try again. Welcome back. Another Marky-mark video. I wasn't going to make another video so soon after my last one, but a ton of events. Record dropped in on the weekend, which I was incredibly pleased about. Wanted to share it, and it basically triggered me wanting to listen to more of my Japanese jazz, jazz funk. So let's not waste any time. So what dropped in on my feed on Friday was this beauty. Planets, Masaru Imada Trio. First thing that struck me, just absolutely love that photo, front cover. Sort of city scenes from the 70s. This was recorded in 1977. And this guy, Masaru Imada, a pianist, jazz pianist. And it's on the BBE music label. And I think I saw a review about BBE music, putting out some fabulous music at the moment, fabulous records, great jazz. And this is absolutely no exception. I just came across this, and it really is absolutely fantastic. Wonderful liner notes in there about Masaru playing the piano since he was a primary school, a little tiny kid. I've got it in the background here. It's absolutely fantastic. Beautifully recorded, just detailed separation. I can hear everything that's going on. Real build-up of mood, like a lot of Japanese jazz. The Japanese, as I understand it, are huge on jazz, or were huge on jazz. So much so, I mean, if you've got the Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers live in Japan, and you read the liner notes, they talk about how they were loved in Japan, how they wept on the way home when they had to come back to America. The Japanese have really got a lot of heart for jazz, American jazz, and all things jazz. And these liner notes are wonderful. It talks about some of the icons of the Japanese jazz world, and it actually mentions the record that I'm going to show. I pulled out my Japanese jazz funk, and was playing that all day, pretty much while I was working. Let's just carry on. What I like about this, if you can get hold of it, please have a look at it. It's fantastic. On the Obi, beautifully done, J-Jazz Masterclass series. First Planets on Blue Road is the name, and there's let's have a look here. The kind of liner notes in Japanese, which I can't read, but it's fine. You know, it's a super listen. I don't usually play music on my videos, only because I keep getting copyright strikes. I don't know how other people do it. I have no idea. But anyway, you might be able to just pick that up in the background, out of earshot from the robots or algorithm bots or whatever it is. So, Planets. This could be possibly we're only like 2 weeks into the new year, but this could actually be a pretty good contender for the end of the year. I wouldn't be surprised. It's that good. Let's move on. So I pulled out this one. I haven't listened to it for a little while. It's of course Blow Up by the Isao Suzuki Trio Quartet on Impex. I've showed this a couple of times before. It's a reference LP for checking out your kit, certainly your bass. It's fantastic. The first track, Aquamarine, is just this very, very deep, just hugely spiritual bass that just cuts straight in, and then you've got this very playful very musical tune. Everything Happens to Me. It's on Three Blind Mice, recorded in 1973, so it was pre that one, pre-Planets. It's a reference. I mean, it's not cheap, but it sounds fantastic. Beautiful album. The only sort of background noise you get, there's no clicks or pops, but the only thing you do get is a bit of tape hiss. It's fine, I can live with that. I mean, it's fantastic, no problem at all. Blow Up, Isao Suzuki, probably one of the best Japanese jazz. I mean, the thing about this is everything was done so right. You know, placement of microphones. You've got a map here of the artists, the musicians, where everything was recorded. Beautiful, stunning album. I will show this next one. Speak Low again. Well, this is on the Venus label. Speak Low, Tsuyoshi Yamamoto Trio. Again, beautifully cut. I mean, the quality of these records are absolutely stunning. They really are. I'm not going to be able to read the obi, but this is in the same league as Blow Up and the Three Blind Mice. But stuff on the Venus is fantastic. There's a Sonny Clark strutting on side A, so there's a few covers that he does on this. Yeah, it's a stunning album. It really is beautiful. I don't think I've got anything else to say about this one. Is there anything special about it? Lovely again. Beautiful flat record. Here's your liner notes, all in Japanese. If you can get hold of this one, I'd thoroughly recommend it. It's fantastic. So, Venus know how to do records properly. Fantastic label. So, just along those lines, I thought I would show another Venus. This is Eddie Higgins' Quartet, My Foolish Heart, featuring Scott Hamilton. This really wasn't cheap. This was bloody expensive. I love that front cover, if you can see it. It's a stunning front cover. It is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. My Foolish Heart, that old black magic. The song is You. These are all covers, but beautifully recorded in 2002, September. Mixed and mastered by Venus 24-bit Hyper Magnum Sound. I just love that cover. I think I'd probably buy it for that cover alone. Not the price that I paid for it, mind, but yeah. So I'm just trying to talk about covers as well as artists, but Venus are fantastic. I think, where was this from? I think I bought it from the place in Portugal. So there's an audiophile outlet in Portugal that does Venus. I think other places do. Again, Eddie Higgins. And again, this cover is gorgeous. If Dreams Come True. Again, can't rate it highly enough. Beautifully recorded. It's just fantastic. Really lovely. I think I mentioned this in my top 12 or top 10 of last year. Was it last year I bought it? It was released in 2021. But my goodness gracious, Hiroshi Suzuki, Cat, flipping heck, this absolutely jams beautifully. I mean, it is absolutely stunning. It really is. Obi says, limited edition, 180 grams, 1976 Hiroshi Suzuki, official reissue of the glorious jazz fusion album by Japanese trombonist, extraordinaire Hiroshi Nico Suzuki. Recorded at Nippon Columbia Studio, Cat is a smooth masterpiece, deep soulful affair where stunning trombone solos flirt with Takeru Muruka's heavenly saxophone. Half-speed mastering. You need to listen to this. there's just no. This will be. If there was a desert island and I had to take 5-10 discs, this would be one of them. It's absolutely stunning. Soundstage, so clear, and it swings and it's funky, and it just builds and builds, and it's wonderful. Sorry, I'm getting a bit carried away. That's fantastic. Cat. A couple of jazz, funk, rare groove type. We've got here Japanese Groove Disc Guide, Wamono A to Z Volume 1 and Volume 2. Some good stuff there from the 70s. Very funky, lots of great beats. The sort of stuff you'd want to put on at a dinner party or something, you know. You just kind of like fantastic. There's a Volume 3, I think, but you know, great. This is enough for me for just kind of passive listening. Beautiful, again, fantastically made records, flat and delicious, gorgeous. This DJ Yoshizawa Dynamite, renowned remixer, compiler and producer, avid record collector, expert of the Wamono style of jazz funk, and just, yeah, great, really great, really lovely. Nothing more to say about those. Oh, crikey. You know when you come across something really beautiful and you listen to it and it's almost too beautiful, not too beautiful, but you kind of put it away and then the next record comes. And since I sort of got back stuck into the Japanese style jazz planets, I pulled out this and I realised I hadn't listened to it for a while because I had an old style of protective cover on it, which I briefly will talk about, and I quickly changed it to what I'm using at the moment. But this is Yumiko Morioka's Resonance. Can't remember who recommended this. It might have been Mazzy, Norman Maslov, I think. Oh my goodness grief, this is a beautiful, beautiful piano, beautiful little accents that build and drive, and it's so musical and so gorgeous to listen to. And Yumiko Morioka, it's a beautiful record, lovely cover as well. I mean, that's beautiful. That just basically sends off the style of, it's not really jazz. I'm kind of moving into a, I don't know, it's kind of neoclassical, I think. Apologies if that's not right, but just a beautiful artist, very tender, very beautiful, really lovely. I've put this on a couple of times today, just chilled out to it because it's so beautiful. But I had it in one of these dual pocket originally. That's why I've not listened to it for a little while and realised these. This is a 2mm, which is what I was using before. Sorry, I'm going to go off on one. Sorry, I thought I purged my whole collection of these wretched things. These weren't cheap. I rehoused all my collection 2 years ago, and I just found that all the sticky tape just came off every time I had to reseal and whatever. All this just came off. Contacted the guy who sold them, and you know, so junk. Not happy with that. So that's Yumiko Morioka. Let's look at this next beautiful record. You won't be able to get this very often. It's out of print. It's very expensive now. I got it very cheap. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's Susumu Yokota's Symbol. I think I did a video a long time ago looking at front covers, and this is part of a beautiful painting of, I think it was a Greek god that was enticed to a water pool by these two nymphs. It's a very famous painting. Can't remember what it's about. Susumu Yokota. It's on the Skin Tone label, and it's absolutely stunning. He takes little snips of classical music, and let me just turn the record over. That's better. Sorry about that. I've never actually had to do that before, because I don't usually play music when I'm doing my videos. It's very simple. video technology here, and there's no kind of editing of any quality, hence why I've only got a few hundred or 200 subscribers. Anyway, Susumu Yokota cymbal. So it's just absolutely. He just takes these snippets of well-known classical pieces. He repeats them. He plays them against a beat, and it gets into your head. It's absolutely beautiful. I think you might be able to Spotify this. If not, you can maybe try and find it on Tidal or something. But it's really beautiful. Just an absolute stunning record on many levels, because it's just well made, sounds fantastic, and it's just everything you want from kind of neoclassical type of listen. It's beautiful. That's one of my favourite records. That might come to my desert island. I might do a vinyl tag actually. Just a very, not tons of questions. You know, favourite saxophonist or you know, what 10 albums would you take to a desert island out of your whole collection? Only 10. You know, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, I've only got 2 more on the Japanese theme. Yuko Mabuchi Trio, audiophile through and through this, recorded and produced by the LA and Co Audio Society, 2018. Look at that cover, isn't she beautiful? It's absolutely gorgeous, and her playing is absolutely spot on. Bill Evans-esque to a degree. It's just absolutely stunning. Great record. Very detailed. Everything's balanced and mastered really beautifully. There's a volume 1. This is volume 2. So this is on the Yarlung Records. And I discovered Yarlung through, I can't remember his name, Mike. Sonic Flair. I remembered. Sonic Flair. He mentioned that he did a piece on Yarlung. So I did a little bit of research and picked this out. And I didn't regret it at all. Made in Germany. So stunning. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. She's got a really beautiful way. This is kind of jazzy, but it's very easy. It's not avant-garde at all. It's a lovely listen. Beautiful cover. Beautiful. And lastly, this isn't jazz. It's not jazz funk, but it's electronic ambient, beaty, but very background beaty. It's not like a hard listen. Acid Mount Fuji. And this is a guy called Susumu Yokota, who sadly died 2015. I don't know what he died of, but he wasn't very well, obviously. This is great. And what's nice about this, it's on Sunset vinyl. 280 gram. Very quiet. For coloured vinyl, it's very quiet. Strangely, it's got like black flecks in it every now and again, well, hardly ever. But it's a nice listen. Nice if you just want, you know, chilled out, low level kind of ambient, beaty music. But what a talent. What an absolute talent. So that's Acid Mount Fuji. So that's it. That's basically my very small, modest, Japanese flavoured jazz funk, electronic. And here's a nice cardlet and a nice picture of him there. So all of those I can thoroughly recommend for anyone's collection, particularly the Planets, the Masiro Imada. Bloody neck, that is really, 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 really good. So that's it really. Whistle Stop tour today of some wonderful jazz, Japanese jazz funk, wonderfully made records, which really are proper audiophile records. First rate, So anyway, thanks ever so much if you've come this far. Like and subscribe and all that. And I'll see you soon at the next Marky-mark video. Take care. Bye.